Many people over 60 take magnesium glycinate every night for one simple reason. They want relief, they want their legs to stop cramping, they want their muscles to relax, they want their mind to quiet down. They want to sleep through the night without waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, wondering why their body will not settle. And for some people, magnesium glycinate can be helpful. Magnesium is not a strange chemical, it is an essential mineral. Your body uses it for nerves, muscles, blood sugar control, blood pressure regulation, heartbeat rhythm, energy production, and hundreds of enzyme systems. But here is the warning. Most people over 60 never hear clearly enough. Magnesium does not disappear after you swallow it. Your body has to handle it, your blood level has to stay within a narrow range, and your kidneys play a major role in clearing extra magnesium out through the urine. So the question is, not only does magnesium help you sleep, the deeper question is, can your kidneys safely clear what you are taking every night? Before you take one more magnesium capsule tonight, check these 5 kidney warning signs first, because one of them is the exact symptom many seniors mistake for normal aging. And later in this video, I will give you a safer magnesium kidney checklist, including how to think about dose, how to read the label, what blood and urine tests to ask about, which medications can complicate magnesium, and when it is time to stop guessing and ask for help. And before we go deeper, comment kidney below if you take magnesium, a sleep supplement, or any nighttime mineral after 60. I want to know how many people are using these products every night without ever being told how their kidneys fit into the story. The goal today is not to scare you away from magnesium. The goal is to help you use your body's warning signs wisely, because after 60, a supplement can be useful in the right person, at the right dose, with the right kidney function. But the same supplement can become a problem when kidney function is reduced, when medications are involved, or when symptoms are already whispering that something is wrong. Magnesium is often marketed as calm in a capsule. Take it at night, sleep better, relax the muscles, stop the cramps, feel younger. But inside the body, magnesium behaves less like a gentle sleeping pill and more like an electrolyte, a mineral that has to be regulated. Too little magnesium can be a problem. Too much magnesium can also be a problem. And what keeps that balance from drifting too far is not your intention and not the promise on the bottle. It is your physiology. Your intestines help decide how much magnesium you absorb from food and supplements. Your kidneys help decide how much extra magnesium stays in the blood and how much gets removed in the urine. When kidney function is strong, the body usually has a much better ability to remove excess magnesium. But when kidney function is reduced, especially in people with chronic kidney disease or kidney failure, the ability to clear extra magnesium can become weaker. That is why this conversation matters so much after 60. Not because every senior should fear magnesium, but because many seniors are taking it in a very different body than they had at 30 or 40. By the time someone is over 60, they may have high blood pressure, they may have diabetes or prediabetes, they may have heart disease, they may be taking a water pill, an acid blocker for reflux, a blood pressure medication, a bone medication, an antibiotic, a laxative, an antacid, or several supplements stacked together. They may have never checked their EGFR. They may not know their creatinine. They may have never asked for a urine albumin to creatinine ratio, sometimes called UACR, which can help detect kidney stress early. And that is where the mistake happens. A person feels tired, so they take magnesium. They wake at night, so they take more magnesium. They get cramps, so they add another mineral powder. They get constipated, so they use a magnesium laxative. They have heartburn, so they use an antacid that may contain magnesium. And they still think, I only take a little. But the kidney does not read the marketing label. The kidney has to handle the total load. The danger is not magnesium itself. The danger is taking magnesium every night while your kidneys are already struggling silently. And kidney problems are often silent at first. Many people do not feel kidney pain. They do not get a dramatic warning. They do not wake up one morning with a flashing sign that says, your filtration has changed. Instead, the body gives clues, small changes, a little swelling, a change in urine, more fatigue, more cramps, more itching, a strange wave of nausea. These can be easy to dismiss, but they matter, especially if you are adding supplements every night. The first warning sign may not show up in a dramatic way. It may show up in your ankles. If your socks leave deep marks around your ankles at night, if your shoes feel tighter by the end of the day, or if your face looks puffier in the morning, pay attention. Swelling in the ankles, feet, lower legs, hands, or around the eyes can happen for many reasons. It can be related to veins, it can be related to the heart, it can be related to the liver. It can come from certain blood pressure medications. It can come from sitting too long, eating too much sodium, or standing all day. So swelling does not automatically mean kidney disease, but it is a sign you should not ignore, especially if you are over 60 and taking magnesium every night. Healthy kidneys help manage fluid and salt balance. When the kidneys are not removing extra fluid and salt as well as they should, the body can hold on to fluid. That fluid often settles in places you can see, like the ankles and feet. And because gravity pulls fluid downward during the day, many people notice swelling more clearly in the evening. The sock line becomes deeper, the skin may look shiny. Pressing a finger into the ankle may leave a small dent that takes a few seconds to refill. Some people notice that rings feel tighter, or the face looks puffy when they wake up. Here is the important reversal. If your ankles are swelling, do not only ask, "Should I take more magnesium for my cramps?" Ask a deeper question. Are my kidneys handling fluid properly? This matters because swelling can be one of the body's visible clues that fluid balance is off. And if fluid balance is off, electrolyte handling may also deserve attention. Magnesium is part of that mineral conversation. So is potassium. So is sodium. So is calcium. So is kidney function. A common mistake is to treat swelling as something separate from supplements. Someone may say, "My ankles swell because I am older, and my cramps happen because I need magnesium," but the body does not divide itself into separate compartments like that. The legs, the kidneys, the blood pressure, the medications, the minerals, and the urine are all part of one connected system. So look for patterns. Do your ankles swell more after salty meals? Do they swell more after you sit for hours? Does swelling come with shortness of breath, chest pressure, or sudden weight gain? Does it come with foamy urine, fatigue, or high blood pressure? Did it begin after starting a new medication? Does it happen on the same nights you take more supplements? If swelling is mild and occasional, it may still be worth tracking. If swelling is persistent, worsening, one-sided, painful, sudden, or linked with breathing problems, that needs medical attention. And if you already have kidney disease, heart disease, diabetes, or high blood pressure, do not wave it away as just aging. Comment swelling if you have ever noticed deep sock marks around your ankles at night. You do not need to share private details. Just seeing that word may help someone else realize they are not the only one. But swelling is only the visible clue. The next warning sign may appear every time you use the bathroom. Your urine can whisper a kidney warning long before pain ever appears. And this is one of the most overlooked areas for people over 60, because many assume that every urination change is just aging, prostate issues, drinking more water, or waking up more at night. Sometimes that is true, but sometimes urine changes are telling you something important about filtration. Pay attention to foamy urine, especially if it happens often and the foam lingers. Everyone can see bubbles sometimes. Fast urination, toilet water, dehydration, and normal variation can create bubbles. That alone is not a diagnosis, but persistent foamy urine can sometimes be a clue that protein is leaking into the urine. Protein in the urine matters because the kidney's tiny filters are designed to keep important proteins in the blood while removing waste. When those filters are damaged, protein can pass into the urine, and the urine may look unusually foamy or bubbly. Also pay attention to changes in how often you urinate. Are you going much more often than before? Are you waking up several times a night? Are you suddenly producing much less urine? Has the color changed in a way that does not match your hydration? Are you seeing urine changes together with swollen ankles, fatigue, high blood pressure, or diabetes? Now let me be very clear. Waking up at night to urinate does not automatically mean kidney disease. Nocturia can come from drinking fluids late, caffeine, alcohol, prostate enlargement, blood sugar problems, sleep apnea, water pills, bladder irritation, or simply a disrupted sleep rhythm. But when nighttime urination appears with foamy urine, swelling, fatigue, or rising blood pressure, it deserves a different level of attention. This is where testing is so powerful. You do not need to guess based on the toilet bowl alone. Ask your healthcare provider about EGFR, which estimates how well your kidneys filter. Ask about creatinine. Ask about UACR, the urine albumin to creatinine ratio, which can detect protein leakage. Ask whether a simple urinalysis makes sense. These are not exotic tests. They are common tools that can help turn fear into information. This is especially important if you take supplements every night. A supplement habit can feel harmless because it is routine. You take the capsule, turn off the light, and hope for better sleep. But if your urine is changing at the same time, do not treat the supplement as separate from the signal. Foamy urine is not something to panic about. But if it keeps happening, especially with swelling or fatigue, it is not something to ignore. And here is a practical step. For 1 week, simply observe. Not obsess, observe. Notice whether the foam happens once or repeatedly. Notice whether it is stronger in the morning. Notice whether it comes with ankle swelling, unusual tiredness, or changes in blood pressure. Write it down. Then bring that pattern to your clinician. A written pattern is much more useful than saying something feels off. Your kidneys often whisper before they scream, and urine is one of the ways they whisper. Now here is where many seniors get trapped. They blame the next sign on aging, when it may be the body asking for a kidney check. Fatigue after 60 is complicated. It can come from poor sleep, low activity, depression, thyroid issues, anemia, medications, pain, blood sugar swings, sleep apnea, dehydration, or simply not eating enough protein. But unusual fatigue, weakness, brain fog, and sleep that keeps getting worse should never be dismissed automatically as, I am just getting older. When kidney function declines, waste products and fluid imbalances can build up. Mineral balance can shift. Anemia can develop. Sleep can become more disrupted. Concentration can become harder. A person may wake up feeling as if they never slept, even after being in bed for 8 hours. They may describe it as heaviness. They may say, my body feels tired before the day even starts. They may feel weak walking across the room or foggy while doing simple tasks. Now connect that to magnesium glycinate. Many people take magnesium because they want more calm at night and better energy the next day. So if you start magnesium or increase magnesium and you feel weaker, foggier, more nauseated, more lightheaded, or more exhausted the next morning, do not automatically increase the dose. That is the wrong reflex. A supplement should not become a guessing game. If the symptom gets worse after you add more pills, the answer may not be more magnesium. It may be better testing. Magnesium levels that are too low can cause symptoms. Magnesium levels that are too high can also cause symptoms. And abnormal magnesium balance can be associated with fatigue, weakness, muscle cramps, numbness or tingling, nausea, and irregular heartbeat. This is why context matters. A cramp is not always one thing. Fatigue is not always one thing. Poor sleep is not always one thing. For someone over 60, the real question is, what is the pattern? Did the fatigue start after a medication change? Did it appear after adding a supplement? Is it worse with swelling? Is it worse with foamy urine? Are you also losing appetite? Are you getting more cramps? Has your blood pressure changed? Are you taking a diuretic? Do you have diabetes? Have you checked your kidney labs recently? This is where a doctor's brain does not look at one symptom in isolation. It looks at the cluster. Swelling plus foamy urine plus fatigue is a different story than fatigue alone after a bad night. Cramps plus weakness plus a strange heartbeat is a different story than one calf cramp after walking all day. Nausea plus poor appetite plus itching is a different story than an upset stomach after a heavy meal. Comment tired if you wake up exhausted even after trying sleep supplements. That one word may describe thousands of people who keep adding products but never check the foundation underneath. And I want you to hold on to this sentence. Do not chase symptoms with more capsules until you understand what your kidneys are doing, because the next sign is the most confusing one of all. It is the very reason many people started taking magnesium in the first place. The most dangerous mistake is assuming every cramp means you need more magnesium. Muscle cramps are real. Night cramps can be miserable. A sudden calf cramp can wake you from sleep like an electric shock. It can make you afraid to stretch your leg. It can make you afraid to walk the next day. For an older adult, repeated cramps are not just uncomfortable. They can affect confidence, mobility, balance, and independence. So it makes sense that people look for relief. Magnesium may help some people. especially when intake is low. But cramps are not a single diagnosis. Cramps can be linked to dehydration, low magnesium, low potassium, low calcium, sodium imbalance, nerve irritation, circulation problems, blood sugar issues, certain medications, thyroid problems, kidney function, or simply muscle fatigue. So when someone says, I have cramps, I must need more magnesium, that is too simple. Sometimes a cramp is asking for hydration. Sometimes it is asking for stretching. Sometimes it is asking for medication review. Sometimes it is asking for blood sugar control. Sometimes it is asking for electrolyte testing. Sometimes it is asking for a kidney check. This matters even more if the cramps come with tingling, numbness, unusual weakness, or a strange heartbeat. Tingling in the hands or feet can have many causes, including nerve problems, diabetes, vitamin B12 issues, circulation issues, and electrolyte changes. But when tingling comes with muscle weakness or an irregular heartbeat, the body is no longer whispering, it is raising its voice. A strange heartbeat should always be taken seriously. I do not mean one harmless flutter that your doctor has already evaluated. I mean new, repeated, or intense palpitations, skipped beats, pounding, dizziness, fainting, chest pain, or shortness of breath. If those appear, do not sit at home and assume it is a simple mineral issue. Seek medical care. Chest pain, severe shortness of breath, fainting, or a clearly abnormal heartbeat are not supplement problems to experiment with. They are medical warning signs. Magnesium toxicity is uncommon in healthy people because the kidneys usually remove extra magnesium, but the risk rises when kidney function is impaired or when high amounts come from supplements, antacids, or laxatives. Serious excess magnesium can affect blood pressure, breathing, muscle strength, and heart rhythm. That does not mean your normal magnesium glycinate capsule will automatically harm you. It means your kidney function and total magnesium exposure matter. This is why dose matters. This is why stacking matters. This is why checking the label matters. This is why the front of the bottle can be misleading. A bottle may say magnesium glycinate 500 milligrams, but what you need to look for is the amount of elemental magnesium in the supplement facts. That is the magnesium amount your body is actually receiving from that serving. A cramp does not always mean you need more magnesium. Sometimes a cramp is not asking for another capsule. Sometimes it is asking for a blood test. And now we come to the fifth sign, the one many people hide because it feels embarrassing, vague, or unrelated. But it can be one of the clearest clues that your body is not clearing waste or balancing minerals normally. When the kidneys struggle, the warning may not start in your back. It may start in your stomach, your skin, your appetite, or even your breath. Nausea, poor appetite, vomiting, itchy skin, dry skin, unintended weight loss, or a strange taste in the mouth can all be easy to explain away. People say, I ate something bad. My skin is just dry. I am getting older. My appetite is smaller now. My stomach is sensitive. And yes, all of those can be true. But if these symptoms persist, especially together, they deserve attention. When kidney function becomes more impaired, waste products can build up in the body. Mineral balance can shift. The skin may become itchy or dry. Appetite can fade. Food may taste different. Some people describe a metallic taste. Some notice nausea that does not have an obvious cause. Others feel full quickly. Some people notice a strange smell to their breath or a change in how their mouth tastes. Now add magnesium products into the picture. Magnesium supplements can cause digestive symptoms in some people, especially at higher doses or in certain forms. Magnesium-containing laxatives and antacids can add more magnesium than people realize. A person might take magnesium glycinate at night, use a magnesium laxative on the weekend, take a multivitamin in the morning, drink an electrolyte powder in the afternoon, and use an antacid after dinner. Each product feels separate. The body sees the total. This is the supplement stacking trap. It is not always one giant dose. Sometimes it is 4 small decisions repeated for months. If your body is already showing signs of waste buildup or mineral imbalance, adding more nighttime supplements without testing is not a smart plan. It is not brave. It is not disciplined. It is guessing. And guessing is exactly what I want you to stop doing tonight. So what should you actually do? Not panic. Not throw every bottle in the trash. Not assume magnesium is dangerous for everyone. Use a safer magnesium kidney checklist. First, check your dose. The National Institutes of Health Office of Dietary Supplements sets the tolerable upper intake level for supplemental magnesium in adults at 350 milligrams per day. This limit applies to magnesium from supplements and medications, not magnesium naturally found in foods. That distinction matters. Magnesium from leafy greens, beans, nuts, seeds, and whole grains is handled differently in the context of food. The bigger concern is usually high-dose magnesium from pills, powders, antacids, or laxatives, especially in people whose kidneys are not clearing minerals normally. This does not mean every person taking more than 350 milligrams is automatically in danger. Doctors sometimes use specific doses for specific reasons, but it does mean you should not casually exceed that amount on your own, especially after 60, especially with kidney disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, or multiple medications. Second, read the label correctly. Do not look only at the big words on the front. The front may say magnesium glycinate 500 milligrams, but that may refer to the compound weight, not necessarily the elemental magnesium. Turn the bottle around and look at supplement facts. Find the line that says magnesium. Look at the amount per serving. Look at the serving size. Is one serving one capsule, two capsules, or one scoop? Are you taking one serving, or are you doubling it because you still cannot sleep? The number on the front of the bottle is not always a number your body is actually receiving. Third, ask for kidney labs if you have warning signs or risk factors. If you are over 60 and you have diabetes, high blood pressure, known kidney disease, heart disease, unexplained swelling, foamy urine, unusual fatigue, recurring cramps, or you take several medications, ask your healthcare provider whether you should check eGFR, creatinine, UACR, electrolytes, and in some cases, a magnesium level. Do not be embarrassed to ask. A good clinician would rather have data than guesswork. Fourth, check medication timing. Magnesium can interfere with the absorption of certain medications if taken too close together, including some antibiotics and bone medications. Some diuretics can change magnesium balance. Long-term acid-blocking medications called proton pump inhibitors can be associated with low magnesium in some people. Antacids and laxatives can contain magnesium and add to your total intake. This is why your pharmacist can be one of the most valuable people in your health routine. Bring your bottles, not just a memory of them. Bring the actual bottles or take clear pictures of the labels. Fifth, do not stack magnesium without realizing it. This is a common pattern. Magnesium glycinate for sleep, magnesium citrate for constipation, electrolyte powder for energy, a multivitamin with magnesium, an antacid after meals, a relaxation drink at night. You may think each one is small, but your kidneys deal with a combined exposure. Sixth, use a food-first mindset when possible. Magnesium-rich foods can support a healthy pattern without the same concern as high-dose supplement stacking in most people with normal kidney function. Pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, oats, whole grains, and yogurt, if you tolerate it, can all contribute magnesium along with fiber, protein, and other nutrients. Food is not a magic cure, but food gives your body minerals in a more balanced package. Seventh, know when to pause and ask. If you have known kidney disease, reduced eGFR, unexplained swelling, persistent foamy urine, severe weakness, unusual heartbeat, ongoing nausea, new confusion, fainting, shortness of breath, chest pain, or you take multiple medications, do not guess. Ask your healthcare provider whether your magnesium plan is safe for you. The safest magnesium plan after 60 is not the strongest dose. It is the dose your kidneys, medications, and body signals can safely handle. And I want to say this clearly before we close. Magnesium glycinate is not the enemy. For many people, it can be a useful mineral. It may support relaxation. It may help some people who do not get enough magnesium. It may be part of a thoughtful plan. But after 60, you cannot separate magnesium from kidney function. You cannot separate the capsule from your blood pressure, your diabetes risk, your medications, your urine, your swelling, your fatigue, and your heartbeat. If you notice swollen ankles or a puffy face, do not ignore it. If you notice foamy urine or major changes in urination, do not ignore it. If you feel unusually tired, weak, foggy, or worse after taking supplements, do not ignore it. If cramps come with tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or a strange heartbeat, do not ignore it. If nausea, poor appetite, itching, dry skin, strange taste, or unusual breath appears and keeps coming back, do not ignore it. Your body often whispers before it screams. The goal is not fear. The goal is safer decisions before a small habit becomes a bigger problem. Tonight, do one simple thing. Look at your magnesium bottle. Find the elemental magnesium amount. Write down your symptoms if you have any. Write down your medications and other supplements. And if you are over 60 with diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney disease, heart disease, swelling, foamy urine, unusual fatigue, or multiple medications, ask whether your kidney function and magnesium plan should be reviewed. Comment safe below if you want a simple kidney safe supplement checklist for people over 60. Share this with someone who takes magnesium at night, because one small check could protect them from a serious mistake. And keep watching, because in the next video, I will show you the D3, K2, and magnesium mistake many seniors make without realizing it, especially when they are trying to protect their bones, heart, and kidneys at the same time.